Dzień dobry, dzień dobry, dzień dobry, dzień dobry. Dzisiaj taka niespodzianeczka i live jest w sumie w takiej logicznej godzinie i będzie do logicznej godziny trwał. Po prostu stwierdziłam, że skoro mam dzień wolnego i w sumie całkiem spoko się czuję i może nie mam tak jakoś niesamowicie dużo do roboty, to możemy sobie pograć, tym bardziej, że ostatnio bardzo mi się spodobało to, co się dzieje w tej grze. Ekran główny, moi drodzy, się nie zmienił. Skoczy? To cię znowu boli, no przecież wykrywasz dźwięk. No kops faktor. O. Potrzebował chwili chłopak. Wypuściłam dzikuska i teraz... Oj, przepraszam was. Wypuściłam dzikuska i teraz kątem oka po prostu muszę go pilnować, bo jest grzeczniejszy niż tamta czwórka, ale nadal może coś porozrabiać. Więc tutaj co jakiś czas będę tak nagle znikała w środku słowa. I tak, ile będziemy grali? Nie mam pojęcia. Standardowo będziemy czytać narratora w języku angielskim, komentarz będzie w języku polskim, a Wojtaktorzy będą tutaj nagradzali nas swoją wspaniałą pracą i dialogi będą czytali oni. Ostatnio skończyliśmy akt pierwszy, jak się okazało. Że w sumie dopiero jesteśmy na którym? 8? 8 tak jakby streamie z tego. Streamy są tak po 2 godziny średnio, a my jesteśmy dopiero na po pierwszym akcie. No ale to zobaczymy. Miałam sobie to ogarnąć w sumie ile inni w to grają, ale to nieważne. Jedziemy, continue. A, właśnie, moment. Galeria. Czyli jeszcze tyle nam tego zostało. 2, 4, 6, 8 jeszcze. No dobra. To jest ostatni ten. No, dobra. Wracamy do giery i zobaczymy, co nas czeka. Tak, i teraz zaczęliśmy chapter z Kojiro, czyli oczami Kojiro, w ten sposób. No, tamten było tak naprawdę cały chapter pierwszy, akt pierwszy był przeznaczony Noriko, a tutaj teraz tak jakby zagłębiamy się w umysł Kojiego. Obstawiam, że później jeszcze w sumie inni bohaterowie nas tutaj zaskoczą, bo nie dokładnie pamiętam ile tych chapterów tutaj aktów ma być. Oczywiście jest miesiąc później po tym, jak działa się akcja z aktu pierwszego. Nie, to jest też takie w sumie trochę ważne, bo Noriko tak jakby stała się troszeczkę oczepinka, tak tyci, niestabilna emocjonalnie i teraz przenosimy się do Kojiro. Co się z nim stało? Nie mamy pojęcia, zmusili ją po prostu, żeby się ubrała. No i rozrabia, mówiłam, że potrafi być grzeczny, ale potrafi też rozrabiać. Dobra. Not much more to me that my name. Done a lot of things, lots of things I regret, lot of things I don't. I'm happy overall, in a better place than I was a year ago. Stable job, small group of friends, couple of hobbies. Enough to live a satisfying life. I've got ambitions, desires, passions, and fears. Who doesn't? I'm clever, at least in my own opinion. I speak a little French, a lot of Japanese, English not so much. Dad always told me girls like multilingual guys. Haven't proven that theory yet. Been a while since I was in a relationship, and she never cared for my second language. There's someone new I'm interested in. She's strange, dark, deep, like me. She doesn't get me though, but I get her. I understand everything about her. Maybe she'll come around, maybe not. That's probably enough self-reflection for today. I get caught up sometimes, easy to slip too far inside my mind. Got things to do today, deliveries to make, the boss is cracking the whip. I've already eaten breakfast, that's one thing off my to-do list. Might need a coffee though. Should have time to stop by the cafe. I grab my keys, phone, wallet and a book for the train ride.
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny in my school days. Not so funny anymore, but it stuck with me. I find it hard to break habits. I leave the apartment behind. It occurs to me that it might be the last time. Probably not, but a possibility. My mind always thinks of such things, always prepare for the worst. Ale jest różnica w sumie, bo on takimi troszeczkę w sumie krótszymi zdaniami mówi, nie? No, jestem ciekawa. Benefit of living near the train station is not having to walk far, but the noise pierces my apartment. I've learned to sleep through it. The platform is quiet today, must have beaten the rush. Going straight to the factory today, the blonde girl will drive from the Tomoe, always on the tip of my tongue. Ciekawe jak tam Tomoe jest silnie. I like the factory, spent a lot of time there with Dad. He worked hard, but he always had time for me. But the factory is different now. Colder, reminds me too much of the morgue. Not surprising though, not since Noriko made it her home. She calls it the corpse factory. Not a fan of the name. I like morbid things, but the factory meant a lot to me. Now it means nothing. It's just a place I go. I still see Dad there sometimes. I picture him walking away. I know he's not really there, but my mind remembering better times. Just my mind No, on ma troszeczkę inny typ gadania. Just my mind remembering better times. I miss him a lot. Hope he's proud of me.
Can you help me load up?
Yeah.
The blonde girl is standing by a flatbed trolley. It's piled high with 4 cadavers. Each one is sealed in an HRP. I take the trolley and steer it toward our van. The back door is already open. A quick peek inside reveals Noriko is not hiding within.
Okay.
I hoist the first cadaver of the trolley and load it in the van. The second one follows, then the third. I wipe a trickle of sweat from my brow. Hot today. Should take off my coat. Maybe later. One more cadaver on the trolley. Into the van it goes.
You're pretty quick at this.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, why are you still helping her?
Loyalty?
Yeah, right.
She means a lot to me. Even if I don't mean much to her.
I don't think anyone means much to her anymore.
Might be right.
O, to jest przykre. Dzikusku, gdzie ty się wspinasz? I looked straight at the girl, not the type I'd normally associate with. Girls like her usually think I'm a freak, or not normal, either or, but we've gotten to know each other a little. Wouldn't call her a friend
How
yet.
do you still hang around?
Dunno. All this shit freaked me out from the start, but it's weird. Feels like we're achieving something, you know?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Even if it ain't right. Just feels like I got a purpose now.
Purpose.
I can't count how many people have died because of us. The last month has been wild. But I don't even lose sleep over it anymore.
Neither.
Sakra, już totalnie znieczulili na to. Trochę biedna to moja, bo widać, że jest całkowicie inna, nie?
Never did.
Figures. I'm probably gonna go to hell.
Hell.
You know, for all the bad shit I've been doing. Even if I'm not actually killing people, I'm still enabling it. Don't you ever think we're gonna go to hell?
Don't believe in the place.
I never used to, but just been thinking lately, that's all. But between this and working at the office part-time, I can send some decent cash to my kid brother and sister, you know? Now that Noriko's paying us anyway.
You're getting paid?
Oh shit, you're not?
Joking. I'm getting paid.
Whew. That would have been awkward.
The girl yawns and shuffles on the spot. She looks back to the factory. The trolley door at the loading dock is wide
Bring the
open.
trolley?
Okay.
She walks away. I grab the trolley and wheel it back to the loading dock. I abandon the trolley and step inside the factory. Whoa!
Here.
The outline of a sleeping body in the corner begins to stir. I make my way to the footer lying on the cold concrete floor. It's a worn-out thing, frayed fabric on edges. Lying on top of it, covered by a thin blanket, is the girl of my dreams.
Huh? What time is it?
Time to get up.
Come on.
Got work to do.
Aw. How many deliveries today?
Ask the other girl. I'm just the muscle.
I reach my hand out to her, same way I do every morning. She never takes it. Instead, she slowly climbs to her feet without assistance. She's still wearing yesterday's clothes, yesterday's makeup, yesterday's sweat. She's
When are you
gorgeous.
going back home?
This is my home now.
You need a shower.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. My place smells terrible, like rotting flesh. I can't get the odor out. It's been getting worse since I first moved in there.
This place smells too. Look at what's around you.
I gazed toward the racks of cadavers that filled the factory. We acquired some warehouse racking some time ago. It didn't take long for us to fill most of the shelves with cadavers. The industrial air conditioner we installed staves off the decay for a little while, but not long enough. We try not to let each cadaver remain here for more than a few days, but sometimes we forget, and it's so cold here all the time. It's not like Dad's factory at all. The stench could make anyone's eyes water. We just seem to be getting used to it.
I like it here. The smell here is different. It's nice.
Okay. You probably have requests to work on. I'll leave you be.
Noriko doesn't say anything. A thoughtful expression covers her face. I make my way back toward the trolley. We've been overwhelmed with work lately. Seems like Corpse Girl's website has become the next big trend in Japan. Dozens of requests pour in every day. A lot of people are wanted dead. I don't care about the reasons why. I just do the work. It's all for Noriko. Couldn't care less about Corpse Girl's ambitions or whatever she normally says. I want to prove to her that I'm useful, good, worthy. This is the only way I can think of to earn her love. I told her I was doing it for corpses, wanted to get my hands on some for myself. But that was a lie, all of it. Why would I need her to acquire corpses? I work at a morgue. I've been stealing them for years. Just needed her to believe she could motivate me, bargain with me, control me. When she achieves her goal, whatever it may be, I'll talk to her, a heart to heart. Maybe I'll even propose. Can't let a girl like her slip away. She's too precious, too beautiful, too brooding, and macabre, and I need her. It's as simple as that. Since the first time I laid eyes on her over a year ago, That day she moved into her apartment. Ha? Czy nie znaczy jakimś creepy stalkerem? I've kept close by ever since. I must have her. I will have her. I'll do anything for Noriko. Okej, dobra. Tego się w sumie nie spodziewałam. Kucku! Zostaw ich kocyk! Masakra. Physical labor always makes me hungry, a normal human trait I would assume. I take a seat at the restaurant and place an order once the waitress arrives. Waiting for a meal is boring. I decide to read. Today's book is fast photography. I borrowed it from Noriko. She doesn't know. When I flip open the cover, I'm reminded of why I started coming here. Dzikus, wywołałeś teraz awanturę. I co? I once saw Noriko at this very same restaurant. She was eating army rice and reading Strange Flower. She didn't eat much, 3 mouthfuls if I recall correctly, but she read her book until the restaurant closed. I learned that she's a girl that would rather feed her mind than her body. I'm personally the opposite. I love to eat, but I find Noriko's traits endearing. It's hard not to fall for someone in love with educating herself. It also touched my heart that she chose to read the book I lent her. Come to think of it, I never did get that back from her. It's probably overdue at the library now. Maybe I shouldn't show my face there again. Add it to the list of places I can't visit anymore. My meal arrives. Rice. I dig in. It's tasty. I assume this is Noriko's favorite. Funnily enough, it was Dad's favorite too. I devoured the dish in a few minutes. I like to lick the plate clean. Always earns a funny look from the staff. The heat from the meal has fogged up my glasses. I take them off and wipe them clean on my shirt. Thanks to my natural blurry vision, I can see who sits down across from me. I quickly return my glasses to the rightful place.
Jimbo, right?
Huh.
Kojiro.
I don't think so.
Trust me. You are?
Junpei Matsumoto.
Ktokolwiek. The rotund stranger offers his hand to me. I don't reciprocate the gesture.
Can I help you?
Nah, man, just hanging, you know? Saw you here, wanted to say, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
I don't know you. I'll be going.
Stay a while. Let's talk about Corpse Girl.
Huh? The stranger's words prevent me from standing up. I glare at him.
What about Corpse Girl?
She's killed a lot of people, right? Like a hell of a lot of people.
Probably. I don't know.
Come on, man. You're in her crew, yeah?
Whoa! Whoa!
Seen you lifting at the morgue. You run that white piece of shit van, am I right?
Whoa!
I don't...
Careful now. If I can find you, it can't be that hard for the cops to pinch you.
Oh, cholera.
What do you want?
Like I said, just wanted to say what's up.
The foul man leans across the table. His hot breath reeks more than the
I want to know
factory.
how you guys do it. How do you get up every morning knowing that there's a killer out there even more powerful and successful than Corpse Girl?
Huh? I know exactly what he's referring to. I try not to let my face betray me. It's true that Corpse Girl has some tough competition. Around the time Noriko targeted his sister, somebody hacked Corpse Girl's website. Ever since then, a new string of deaths have racked across Tokyo like wildfire. Deaths not caused by Corpse Girl. It started off with the copycat killer stealing Noriko's requests. People that were sentenced to death via Corpse Girl's website were found dead before we could reach them. But that didn't last long. After a while, completely unrelated people were being found dead across the city, people whose deaths had never been requested through the website. Because of that, we stopped worrying about it. Noriko was happy as long as her own victims weren't being poached. She didn't care if someone else was running a similar operation, as long as they kept the hands of her prey. I haven't given it much thought since. And then this guy appears out of nowhere. It's pretty damn obvious that he's involved with the copycat killer. He's seen me around, knows that what I've been doing, knows that there are two separate powers out there killing. Doesn't take much to figure him out.
What's your method?
Excuse me?
You kill faster than Corpse Girl. How?
Whoa there, buddy. I don't kill anyone. Here, check this shit.
The guy shows me his phone. There's a web page on the screen. We remove the human removal service. We remove unwanted human beings. Take advantage of our free and efficient removal solutions. Fill in the name and address of a human being you would like removed. Czekajcie, bo mi dziku z jakąś kartkę ściągnął. Ze szpitala mojego leczenia. Dziękuję, dzikusku. Dziękuję. Cacy. It looks similar to Corpse Girl's website, but it's not the same. I read the name of the site out loud.
Removal service.
Nice, huh?
What is this?
Just read it.
I do as I'm told. There's a paragraph of information below the site's title. Remove unwanted human beings. Take advantage of our free and efficient removal solutions. Fill in the name and address of a human being you would like removed. Following that text is a form to be filled out, just like the one on Corpse Girl's website. I think I get it. This is the copycat's own website. They're running an identical operation, accepting user requests for victims' details and then somehow carrying out killings. But how far do the similarities extend? Are they creating corpse photos to send to victims? Are they forcing victims to kill themselves or carrying out premeditated murder? Are they delivering corpses to victims?
You involved with this?
Nah, just a fan.
Fun.
Used to be a Corpse Girl fanboy. That shit was wild. Then I discovered this site. It's so much cooler. More profesh, you know?
More profesh. The guy leans in once more.
I even used this site once.
What happened?
The guy I wanted to die, he disappeared off the face of the planet within 24 hours.
Okay.
Can you believe it? And they're offering the service for free.
Coś mi tu śmierdzi I to nie on. There's no doubt about it. This guy is involved with the copycat and this website. He's here to taunt me, pressure me. He knows who I am. But what's his endgame?
Can I try the site?
Sure, man. Type the web address into your phone.
I retrieve my phone from my pocket and enter the site's address. It loads quickly, the human removal service. I bookmark the site and scroll down to fill in the name
Was it
field.
Matsumoto?
What?
Yes.
I type in Junpei Matsumoto, the next field requests an
Where do you
address.
live?
just a second. What the F are you doing?
Address, please.
You're a psycho. Don't put in my details.
Why are you worried? Not like the killer will target an accomplice.
Of course not, but still. Such a dick move.
Czyli jest wspólnikiem. Got him. I stand up and pocket my phone.
Later, Junpei.
Freaking weirdo.
His face has contorted into a foul grimace, like he just swallowed something sour. I leave the restaurant. Junpei Matsumoto essentially confessed that he's involved with the human removal service. He agreed that he wouldn't be targeted if I entered his name on the website. He admitted to being an accomplice. Don't know if I figure out what I figure out. Don't care. I need to tell Noriko. Noriko? She's asleep in the corner as usual. The laptop is beside her, the power cable is plugged into a portable generator. She's still in the same clothes, still wearing the same old makeup. I wouldn't change a thing about her, how I wish I could lay next to her.
Wake up.
She stirs, I extend my hand.
Kojiro? It's still early.
Need to talk. It's important.
She rubs her eyes and yawns.
What is it?
Look.
I hold out my phone and show her the copycat's website. Her eyes widen as she slowly reads the text. Her jaw drops ever so slightly and she looks at me in shock.
How did you find this? I've been searching for weeks. I've tried so hard to find how the copycat is choosing victims. But there's absolutely nothing about this anywhere.
Met a guy yesterday. Someone involved with the site.
You're kidding.
Serious. Junpei Matsumoto. Big guy. Rude. Unlikable. Knew who I was. Knew about the morgue.
Shit. He knows?
Don't know how. We need to kill him.
How? If he knows our methods, he won't just kill himself when he gets delivered a corpse. He'll just laugh it off.
No, dlatego mamy upozorować jego śmierci. Mamy go zabić.
No, I know that. We really kill him.
Noriko is silent. It's the unthinkable, something we've never done before.
I don't know if I can.
I can do it.
Kojiro. I don't want to kill the guy. I need to kill him. It's for our own safety. With him alive, our secrets are compromised. He knows me, and I very well know Noriko.
Junpei Matsumoto? Why does that name sound so familiar?
Check his profile.
Noriko doesn't waste any time in bringing up his noise profile.
Oh, shit!
I peer over at her phone. Sure enough, the profile picture matches what he looked like. Hard to forget a guy like that.
This is Aoi's boyfriend.
Aoi, your friend.
Oi, the girl that Noriko never stops talking about. The cute and shy one. The one I've followed more than a few times out of curiosity. Wanted to see what constitutes a friend of Noriko's. Needed some tips. Is she dating Junpei? Strange match.
Is this for real? I met Junpei some time ago. Maybe last month?
I see. Are they still together?
As far as I know, I haven't spoken to Aoi in a while.
Oh,
Wait, I wonder.
What?
Never mind. I need to think some things over.
czy on jest z nią, żeby się zbliżyć?
Okay.
Kojiro, you remember the photo of my sister's corpse, right? Not the one that I crafted. The other one I found on her phone.
No tak.
Sure.
You remember the instructions written on it?
Stab Shuji at the party, right?
Spot on. The copycat must send instructions written on corpse photos. I have a feeling the instructions always relate to killing other people. Other people whose deaths have been requested.
Czyli musimy komuś wysłać upozorowane zdjęcie z instrukcjami, żeby zabili Junpeya. Tak? To w tą stronę idziemy? I get it. Kill 2 birds with one stone. Send one corpse photo to a victim and have them kill another victim. It's
That's
efficient.
how they've racked up so many deaths so quickly.
Exactly. We can only rely on news reports for the numbers, but it's pretty clear that the copycat has claimed a few hundred lives in the past month at least.
And we're up to 164.
Jak to pamięta.
Yes.
164 deaths caused by Corpse Girl, but we've delivered twice as many corpses as that. Our success rate is about 50%, and it has been dropping rapidly. It would seem that Corpse Girl rising popularity is having a detrimental effect on our success rate. As public knowledge of Corpse Girl increases, the fear of receiving a corpse decreases. People are starting to figure out how the method works. If they don't cave in to fear, they don't kill themselves. It's that simple. In most cases in which the victim has survived, they simply brush off the attempt on their life. They call the police, have the corpse removed, they go on with
We
life.
haven't been doing so well lately. But the deaths across Tokyo, the ones unrelated to us, are expanding at an exponential rate.
Ja bym w sumie radziła wam tak jakby powoli się wycofywać, ale wycofywać się na swoich własnych warunkach, żeby później nie było, że no, bo im wasza tak jakby ten procent tego powodzenia się zmniejsza, no to zaczną panikować i robić nieprzemyślane ruchy i w sumie może się to dla nich źle skończyć. Tym bardziej, że tu już nawet myślimy o zabiciu, nie? Tego Junpeya. Zobaczymy, co oni tam mają w głowach.
Seems that way.
Then our rival has a more foolproof method of killing. Is it as simple as adding instructions to a corpse photo? Threatening someone with death unless they carry out the instructions? And then, if victim A receives a corpse photo, follows the instructions, and kills victim B, how does victim A also end up dead? Surely it's not suicide at that point. Why follow the instructions to spare your life and then kill yourself anyway? It doesn't add up. How are they killing so many people so quickly?
O, dzikuzyk się rozłożył pod księżniczkiem. Boziu, co za urocze stworzonko.
Don't know.
It's true, I have no idea. I pride myself on always being in the know, but this is beyond even me. However, I don't know how to find out.
Maybe I'll pay Junpei a visit. See what information I can extract.
Extract.
I don't like it, but it may be our only chance. Get as much information as you can from him, then dispose of him.
Riko. Her words cause a flare of adrenaline inside me. I won't let her down. She has given me a task, an important task. I'll show her what I can do.
Good luck, Kojiro, and be careful.
Of course. Later.
I'm thankful that Noriko looks away just before a smoke splits my face in half. I take my leave. Oni są brzydcy, nie wiem. Quite a bit of time has passed since we went inside the maid cafe. He went inside the maid cafe. Can't imagine eating a meal takes this long. Unless there's something shady going on, he should have come out by now. My knees are beginning to hurt from crouching. I could stand up, but then I'll be more visible. Crouching at the corner of this alley suits me just fine. My knees should hold. I have a perfect view of the entrance. I've taken note of every single person entering and exiting, but he hasn't come back out. His noise post from earlier was right on the money. He said he will visit the maid cafe, and sure enough, I've watched him enter. Could be he knows I'm tailing him. Whole thing could be a ruse. He might have an escape route. But I already scoped out the alley behind the cafe. Scoped? Scoped. There's no other exit. Front only. Could he have climbed out a window? Doubt it. Big guy, not very fit. Even if he'd attempt such a feat, I surely would have overheard the struggle. I'll keep watch here. Can't be that much longer. Moje dziecko samo sobie otworzyło siango i sobie siedzi na kanapie i je. Grzeczne dziecię. According to noise, he comes here often. His favorite place. Likely where he met Ellie. She still works here, according to Noriko. Dlaczego ona tam jeszcze pracuje? Przecież ona miała zrezygnować. What does Ellie see in him? What does Noriko see in Ellie, for that matter? The girl is boring, cute, short, with no outward personality. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. Hard to tell when you only watch from afar. There he is. I'll have to follow him. Can't confront him here. Looks like he's heading towards the station. Easy. Here goes. Can't believe this guy traveled to the very end of the train line. Took nearly an hour to get here. If his home is all the way out here, why does he travel so far just to visit a maid cafe? He wandered into the underground parking lot, so I'm guessing his apartment building is above this little tomb. No one else around.
Is someone there?
Guess I'm not as stealthy as I thought.
Kojimbo?
Przewrócę się zaraz.
Junpei Matsumoto.
The fuck? You follow me home, dude?
No. Będę miał twój adres?
Have some questions.
Not cool, man. Could've just DM'd me.
No.
I stride up to him and press my chest against his rotund belly. Standing this close, it's easy to see that he's actually younger than I thought. I'm nearly a full head higher than him. Despite his bulky build, I don't think I'd have any trouble crushing him in a fistfight.
Back off, dude. I'm warning you.
I don't think I'll do that. Question 1.
Hey, I ain't playing your games.
Jesteś tego pewny?
Who runs the human removal service?
I ain't telling you that.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Fuck you, man.
Question 3.
Shut up!
What is your role? I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Junpei pulls his head back and spits in my face. O mój Boże! Obrzydlistwo. Musimy go zabić. This disgusting glob of saliva dribbles down my cheek. I snap two of his fingers.
Holy fuck!
The knuckles within his blueberry digits break inside my fist as I bend them in the wrong direction. I savor the sensation of shattered bone grinding against shattered bone as his knuckles splinter and pierce his skin.
Question 1. Who runs the human removal service?
Junpei wrenches his hand away from mine. He clenches his other fist. He looks prepared to launch it on my face. The punch connects perfectly against my jaw. I cock my head a little, riding the momentum of the impact. A tooth comes loose in my mouth. I think it's a bottom canine. I swallow it. Turning my head back, I lock eyes with Junpei.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Shit! You want another fist to the face?
Chcesz kolejne połamane palce?
My freaking fingers!
Question 3. What is your role?
Junpei strides tries to lash out with a kick to my shins. He's slow. He's just not cut out for a fight. I step aside and his legs flying limply, completely off balance. He falls and lands on his rear. I move toward him and send over his recumbent body.
I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Help me! Someone help me! This psycho is trying to kill me!
I can't help but sigh loudly. I run my tongue along my gums, feeling for the gap created by my missing tooth. Definitely a canine that I swallowed. Bit of an inconvenience, have to get a false tooth now. Wonder if Noriko will think less of me.
Question 1.
Fuck you!
He madly tries to kick at my ankles. His feet slap against mine with no force or pressure.
Who runs the human removal service?
The guttural, beastly growl that spews from his mouth is the desperation of a cornered dog. I don't much believe in kicking someone when they're down, figuratively, not literally. I kick him in the ribs, and his howl of anguish repeats itself. Sometimes you have to do things you don't believe in. I kick him again and again and again. 1 or 3 of his ribs shatter against the toe of my shoe. It's a crunching sensation, like kicking in the ribs of a cadaver. I suppose a comparison isn't really necessary. The slow, desperate plea is completely different from the urgent howls of frustration just moments ago. Beaten and won. Beaten and wounded, the dog is panting heavily, his tongue lolling against the asphalt.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
A moment of silence prompts me to prepare my foot for another flurry of kicks, but a meek answer I didn't foresee causes my body to stiffen.
Harold. He carries out all the killings personally.
I frown, and the motion causes a sharp pain to shoot through my bleeding gums.
Harold.
The dog spits blood down his shirt and groans.
A visionary. A prophet.
Huh?
And he's immortal.
Za pajac.
He's more powerful than Corpsecrew ever was. Every person targeted by the human removal service is removed by the Herald's hand.
This wasn't the explanation I was expecting. I thought the operation was similar to corpse kills. Send a corpse photo to the victim, urge them to kill themselves, or give them instruction to kill someone else. That was what Noriko and I discussed. That was the conclusion we reached. I don't like being proven incorrect. I bring my foot into Junpei's ribs one more time and he hardly flinches. He simply exhales and then absorbs the force.
Question 3. What is your role?
I think the dog is unconscious. I tilt my neck from side to side and hear a comforting crack and pop that relieves the tension in my muscles. I crouch down and press my fingers to his wrists. The pulse is strong and his breathing is regular. He won't die, not unless I take action now. I told Noriko I'd kill him. I told her I'd take care of our problem.
Junpei?
O nie! Nikuczku, nie psuj! Ale musisz mi spod tych kółek wyjść, bo nie mam jak sobie sobie. Dobra. A girl's voice, soft and not unpleasant, but worried, terrified. I stand once more to see the concerned face before me.
What did you do to Junpei?
Nie gadaj, że on zabije też Aoi! Aoi Sato, Noriko's friend, best friend, and the girlfriend of Junpei Matsumoto.
Sorry.
I need to leave. Aoi doesn't know my identity. She doesn't know I'm involved with Noriko. If I escape now, Aoi will never link this assault to Noriko. Well, that's option 1. Option 2...
Get out of here, you psycho!
No, I can think about option 2. If I got hurt, Noriko would never forgive me. I can return to finish Junpei another day. I know he lives now, after all.
Later.
I turn on my heel and leave the sobbing girl to tend to her one wounded dog. Hej! Nic nie idzie po naszej myśli! When I was with Shizuko, I became really fascinated with brewing coffee. She brought me a handheld bean grinder and a French press for my birthday. To thank her, I made frequent trips to the market to buy freshly roasted beans. I would lose track of the hours I spent carefully grinding the beans and aiming to brew the perfect cup. But Shizuko never enjoyed coffee, never had a taste for it. I didn't give up. I kept refining my technique, keep experimenting with different beans and roasts in an attempt to craft something she would find palatable. She died and I threw the French press in the trash. I just visit the cafe now for my morning coffee. I donated the handheld grinder to this cafe. More specifically, I gave it to the cute waitress here. Maybe it was a callous of me to discard the gift that Shizuko gave me. It should have torn me apart to throw away something that symbolized what we had together. But 3 years isn't so important in the grand scheme of a lifetime. Besides, I have someone else now. Well, I don't have her, but I want her. Noriko reminds me of Shizuko in some way. In other ways, they couldn't be more opposite. When the takeout coffee I ordered is ready, I leave my money on the counter and grab the paper cup. I quickly sip on the piping hot brew. Fills me with renewed life. The liquid scalds the area where my tooth used to be. Not much for it. I'll go to the dentist some other time. Coffee in hand, I leave the cafe and make my way to my next destination. Miałeś się tu przecież nie pokazywać. Przepraszam. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. That doesn't always do it for me, but it's nice to escape the bustle of the city. Plus, they always carry works by my favorite authors. But the librarians don't pay me any mind. I think they're at a loss to recommend books that fit my tastes. Boże! Ugh. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and wonders if I'm a creep. Nobody cares about my unshaven face or crinkled clothes. Nobody looks at me and asks if I miss Shizuka. I wish someone would ask. Just once. It would be nice to know someone cares, even if I don't. But no one knew Shizuka. No one knew she was in my life, and no one knows she's gone. I haven't even told Noriko about her. I think she has enough on her mind right now. I'll tell her when the time is right. After wandering around the library aisles aimlessly, I pick a tome from the shelf at random and find a couch to sit on. Comfortable at last, I sip my coffee and thumb through the book I've acquired. It would seem I've selected an autobiography about a famed painter I've never heard of. It will do for now. I'll read anything. I skim through the preface, then the first chapter. My fingers pick up speed as I thumb through the pages, never absorbing more than the first line of any particular page. Boring, drivel. I can't read this. I toss the book aside and rest a closed fist underneath my chin. I'm not normally this restless. Usually I'm focused and driven. But it's my birthday and Shizuko isn't here to get me a gift. Perhaps I regret throwing away the French press. It was the most thoughtful birthday gift I've ever received. Perhaps I just regret losing Shizuko. I don't know. If this were any other day, I wouldn't waste my time dwelling on the past. I thought I was above giving this day more significance than any other. 35. Fuck, where do the years go? Time really does slip through your fingers. Hell, it's even been more than a year since I've met Noriko. Technically, I doubt she remembers our first meeting. I peer around the library and find a smile forming on my face. She probably thinks we met here just a few months ago. I ask her some trivial question, something about Lovecraft or Cthulhu, then I introduced myself. But the first time we bumped into each other was at my apartment. Well, her apartment. It was a fully furnished apartment. Didn't have to take much with me when I left. I bet it looks much the same today as it did back then. Czy ta Shizuko jest gdzieś tam w sumie w ścianie? I returned to collect a few last things, a couple of blankets in the closet, a broom and a dustpan, a few knuckle bones, the usual stuff. And I wanted to say goodbye one final time. To my surprise, she was there. She was chatting to the landlord casually, inquiring about the terms of the lease. I must have frozen my tracks when I saw her. I know that I spent a good few minutes simply staring at her. She was beautiful, gorgeous, breathtaking, and she looked like Shizuka. She looked so much like Shizuka. She shook hands with the landlord. She said her name out loud, Noriko Kurosawa. Her name stuck in my mind. It replayed over and over in my head. The landlord accepted her offer for the apartment. Noriko would be moving in, making the place her home, my place. I must have bumped my shoulder into her by accident when I tried to squeeze past. She apologized. I apologized.
Saz was just leaving.
Oh, no, please. It was my fault. I'm very sorry. Did you live here?
Yeah.
I see. Thank you for taking care of the place. I'll be moving in soon.
I see.
Did you like it here?
Yes, very much so. It was home.
I'm glad. I hope that I feel just as comfortable here.
I nodded, but didn't pull my eyes from her face. She walked away after gracing me with a polite bow. The Noriko from back then was healthier than the girl I know now. She's become little more than a skeleton, skin and bones, but her keen mind hasn't dulled. And she's still gorgeous, still takes my breath away, just like Shizuko once did. But she refuses to leave the factory. She refuses to return to her apartment. Occasionally, Tomorrow will go and fetch the things she needs, clothes, tiny portions of food, coffee mostly. At some point, I got delegated to selecting the most suitable cadavers from the morgue. Also, Noriko doesn't have to visit the morgue herself. She gives me a bunch of photos, and it's on me to pick and choose cadavers that best match them. Not my favorite work, it's tedious and I don't have the eye for details that she does, but I do what I can.
Ouch.
My phone begins vibrating violently. In my back pocket, I didn't realize I was sitting on it.
Yo,
Where the hell are you?
library.
Don't you have deliveries to make today?
I'm just taking the morning off.
You didn't ask me about that.
I told Tomai.
Well, she didn't mention anything about it to me.
Saz, I'll see you in a few hours anyway. I just wanted to chill this morning. My birthday.
It's your birthday?
Yeah,
I didn't know. Happy birthday.
thanks.
Okay, I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.
Later.
She sounded mad at me. In my defense, I haven't taken a day off from Corpse Girl's work for weeks. Didn't think taking this morning off would be too much to ask. Co za grzyb. Teraz włazi do tego worka z sianem. Apparently it rubbed her the wrong way, but juggling this work as well as my morgue duties is tiring. But juggling this work as well as my morgue duties is tiring. Don't get much time for myself. Don't get much time to think. Probably why Shizuku's face doesn't pop up in my mind as much as it used to. My theory anyway. I trained the remnants of my coffee cup. Nikusko! I drained the remnants of my coffee cup. Boże. After returning the unread book to the shelf, I leave the library. Mam nadzieję, że coś ładnego dla niego zrobi, że się umyje i w ogóle.
I'm home.
I close the front door behind me. My place is always dark. The tiniest silver of sunlight filters in from a gap between the closed curtains. I like it this way. I spent countless nights underneath the unholy lights of the morgue. The fluorescent glow messes with my eyes, so I keep my apartment dark. It's comforting. The place is smaller than my last apartment. At any rate, Noriko's apartment. A tiny living space, one bedroom, a kitchenette. The bathroom is pitiful, a high, half-sized tub with a shower head above it. A toilet, no sink. I need to use the kitchen sink after finishing my business. But it's home. Moving here after deciding to leave my old place was the change I needed after Shizuko died. I threw away so much of my life from back then. I'm almost a completely different person now. Almost. I've kept my habits, mannerisms, the parts of me people find weird or off-putting. Can't help it, that's just how I am. All those quirky attributes Shizuko couldn't stand, they're still with me. She's gone and I'm still here.
Come on.
I shake my head at the sound of my own voice. What a birthday, what a pointless day. Dwelling on the past doesn't suit me. I moved on from Shizuko a long time ago. I'm only stuck on her today because of my birthday, because this day reminds me of that damn French press she bought for me. But it's gone now, and she's gone. All that remains is me. That's the way it always has been, probably the way it always will be.
Enough. Time for work.
I don't feel like staying in and relaxing. I shuffle towards the tall, narrow cabinet in the far corner of my living space. I hoist the door open and look at my clean white coat. It's not stained or dusty like the other one I keep on display near the window. It's my good coat, the one I reserve for special days, like my birthday. The white coat is resting comfortably on a white mannequin inside the white cabinet. I hid the color white, it serves no purpose. Despite its useless color, the mannequin holding the coat does serve a purpose. It carries my treasured possessions. Perhaps mannequin isn't the most fitting word for it, but it will do. As I grab my coat, the sleeve catches on the mannequin's fingers. I tug at it gently and manage to release the coat from the mannequin's bony limb.
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny when rooms were truly empty. Not so funny anymore. Not when that face stares back at me from within the cabinet. Yeah, but nothing to do about it.
Happy birthday!
Thanks.
I don't have a gift for you. I'm sorry.
All good.
Noriko runs her hand along her opposite arm shyly, not like her to act so awkward and embarrassed.
I just didn't know. That's all.
I know.
She seems truly disappointed in herself for not knowing about my
I
birthday.
looked at my noise feed and it even has a notification that today's the day. I'm sorry. I don't have a reasonable excuse.
It's fine. Really. What's on the agenda today?
I want to break away from this discussion. I hate my birthday. I hate Shizuku for leaving me. Noriko sweeps a stray strand of hair behind her ear and contemplates the question.
12 deliveries. Tomoe has already prepped the bodies. She's waiting in the van. I've sent the photos to the victims.
Only 12 today?
We're not getting many new requests. All of today's deliveries are just part of our backlog. There aren't many corpses left here, actually. We've managed to work our way through most of them. Have to visit the morgue again soon.
I see.
Things seem to be slowing down. Copycat is stealing our business. I just know it.
Maybe.
Oh, that reminds me. Whatever happened to Allie's boyfriend?
What do you mean?
I can't believe I forgot about it. You were going to kill him.
Oh.
Somehow. Przepraszam. Somehow I had forgotten about that too. Got up in my own head today. Junpei
Is he
Matsumoto.
dead?
Unlikely.
Noriko's pout prompts me to
Heard
explain.
him good, but Aoi arrived before I could go further.
Shit. Did she see you?
Yeah. She doesn't owe me though.
I suppose. Wait. You didn't hurt Aoi, did you?
The tone of panic in her gasping voice is impossible to disregard.
Of course not.
Aoi's innocent, you know? She can't get caught up in all this.
I know.
I'd never hurt a friend of Noriko's. Unless they hurt me first. Self-defense or something.
So, what do we do about Junpei? If he's still alive, he knows that you're involved with the morgue and with Corpse Girl.
Don't know. Actually, he did say something interesting.
What did he say?
I quote, "Every person targeted by the human removal service is removed by the Herald's hand." End quote.
The Herald? Who the fuck is the Herald? Did you mishear? Was it supposed to be Gerald?
Herald. Apparently some prophet. A visionary. Junpei says he's immortal.
Kult. Kult i sekta.
Immortal? You're not serious.
Every killing is carried out by him personally.
What the hell? How is that even possible? How can someone kill so many people without getting caught?
Nam też się w sumie udaje? I shrug. My tongue subconsciously licks the gap where my tooth once was.
Guess he's good.
What a pain in the ass.
Anyway, I'll take care of those deliveries.
Thanks. I'm going to try and dig up something.
Dig up?
Not literally. Information. Online.
Had me excited there for a moment.
Don't worry. You'll be the first person I tell if I decide to go digging up bodies.
Yay!
Thanks.
To jest miła interakcja między nimi. I throw Noriko a lazy wave and take my leave.
You finally good to go?
Yeah.
Good. I want to get this over with.
Okay.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
It's funny to think that Tomoe knows about my birthday. I assume she read about it on Noise since we're now
Got any
friends.
prezzies?
Not one.
Lame. What do you like? I'll buy you something.
Really? You'd do that for me?
No czemu nie?
Of course. You may be a creep, but birthdays are the best. Everyone deserves a present.
No. Kocham tę bubsolę. Mila leży w kuwecie. Na jej głowie stoi Tusia, która je sobie sianko. Na zewnątrz rozłożył się Aleksiej na całą długość klatki. Dzikus liże kosz na pranie, a Blue w sumie pije znowu. biedne się muszą męczyć z poidełkami, ale jest po prostu za dużo awantur między nimi. No i to jest logiczniejsze niż w sumie, żeby się pochorowały, bo będzie zimno i będą całe mokre. Dzikusku, zostaw ich kocyk! Ściągnął sobie z kosza na pranie kocyk i teraz wyciąga im z klatki kocyk. Jestem ciekawa, jaki jest jego cel. Szkoda, że mi nie może powiedzieć, bo naprawdę jestem ciekawa. Chyba jakimś paletkę dorwał. Ekstrudat, przepraszam. I think she's being nice, not a fan of being called a creep.
Well, I'd like a French press.
Would I?
What's that?
A coffee press.
Oh, I know those. Yeah, sure. I'll order you one. Cool?
Cool, thanks.
Sure. Happy birthday, Kojiro.
Surprisingly, she steps forward to give me a short hug. It feels nice. Contact. She's warm, not like Noriko or the way I imagine Noriko to be. Her hair smells wonderful, like coconut. I'm not sniffing it on purpose. I'm not trying to play up to my reputation as a creep, but it's impossible not to smell it when we're this close. Her fingers tap against my back a few times, and then she releases the hug. A smile as warm as her touch spreads across her
Come on,
face.
let's get going.
Yeah.
Samaya opens the van driver's side door and scoots inside. As the door shuts behind her, I can't help but entertain the thought of what she would be like to have as a girlfriend, a partner, a lover. She's nicer than I originally thought. Heart's in the right place, but she's not Noriko. I shake the fleeting thought from my mind and urge myself to get on with things. Delivery time. More duties have felt mundane lately, boring, pointless. Lots of things I'd rather be doing. Had to come in early today thanks to an influx of deceased patients from the hospital. Bodies get passed through the hospital halls and land in my lap unceremoniously. They need tagging, need to be added to inventory, need to be stored. Cadavers are needier than some people. Don't know where I'm going to store this lot. Running out of room in this place, only a handful of cold chambers still available. I can thank the human removal service for that. This isn't the only morgue in the area, but it's one of the biggest. A lot of cadavers end up here. A lot of victims. Weeks ago I used to smile every time one of the corpse girl's victims entered this hallowed place. It was kind of poetic. Noriko cherry-picked corpses from this morgue. Those corpses were delivered to victims. The victims died, and they ended up here as fresh cadavers, ready to repeat the cycle. It was beautiful, the circle of death. Now it's rare for corpse girls' victims to arrive. More common are the victims of the human removal service. At least that's my speculation. When multiple homicide victims arrive on our doorstep every day, it's not hard to piece things together. Laceration, dismembered lips, rope marks. Bludgeoned skulls? Myriad mortal wounds inflicted on the flesh. I always suspected Corpse Girl's copycat was behind the sheer amount of deaths raging across Tokyo. Seeing the fruits of the copycat's labor firsthand has convinced me that we're not dealing with simple suicides. And Junpei Matsumoto's words still ring clearly in my ears. Our herald. He carries out all the killings personally. It all adds up. Corpse Girl has truly met her match. While the human While the human removal service continues to claim countless lives, Corpse Girl's success is rapidly declining. Not much to Noriko's... Check room? Nie wiem. Corpse Girl has become so well known that the general public no longer fears her. Like a figure from folklore or a fictional character, everybody knows the name Corpse Girl, but only the truly gullible believe she can kill people. I call it the Bloody Mary effect. If someone is predisposed to believe in a horrific entity, they will convince themselves that said entity truly exists. When targeted by a Corpse Girl, such a person will succumb to suicide in an attempt to escape a potentially more grisly fate. In reality, they simply play right into the trap that Corpse Girl laid for them. Those that treat the Corpse Girl as no more than an entertaining piece of folklore, like Bloody Mary, are immune to the fear. Someone like this can receive a photo of their own corpse and shrug it off as no more of a threat than a spam email. It's ironic that the success Narco sought for so long is the very best thing that has rendered Corpse Girl's methods ineffective. I wouldn't say all of this to Narco's face. She's well aware of the situation. As for the human removal service, no one seems to know about it. There's no mention of it anywhere on the internet, anywhere I can access at any rate. Police investigating this string of homicides haven't mentioned it. If the site relies on users to request deaths, I am at a loss as to how people are learning about it. It really seems to be some sort of shadow organization, except for the fact that Junpei Matsumoto essentially walked right up to me and revealed himself. I don't know his motive for doing so, and I don't know how he found out I'm involved with Corpse Girl's work. I really should take care of him. I knock at the door. Oh, yo. I rub my eyes and sit up slowly. Must have fallen asleep in my chair again. Still groggy, I get up and look through the front door. Peephole. A single, lonely package sits on the doormat. Don't know where it came from, haven't ordered anything online lately. I swing the door open and pick up the plain brown parcel. Something rattles inside. Bringing it indoors, I slip my thumb underneath the packing tape and tear it open. Nestled on a bed of packing foam is a white box adorned with the image of a French press.
Coffee maker.
Tomoe. That's right, this is a gift from Tomoe. She really bought me a birthday gift, something that I truly wanted. My friend Tomoe. After putting the package down, I retrieve my phone and open my up nice. Thank you for the birthday present. You got it already? Just now. It's a good brand too. Sweet, glad you like it. Maybe I'll brew you a cup one day. Haha. Yes, please. Extra sugar. You got it? Tomoe doesn't send a follow-up message. I take that to mean the conversation has expired. It feels good that she did such a nice things for me. Almost forgotten what it's like to have someone care. Pity she has a boyfriend. Never stops going on about him. Regardless, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't misconstrue a kind gesture as affection. She was simply bestowing a birthday gift. Something most people would do for a friend. Something Noriko didn't even attempt. Don't know how to break down Noriko's barriers. Been trying for a long time. She just never seems to warm up. Maybe chasing her is a lost cause. But I'm tired of being lonely. I'm so tired. Noriko, Tomoe, I don't care. If either of them would accept me, I would give them everything I am. I just don't want to be alone anymore. Oh, biedne. The start of another long night, alone like always. The cadaver's can hardly be called company. They don't speak, don't laugh at my jokes, not like living people laugh at my jokes anyway. Hey, Bob.
Yeah?
Hey, I think I mentioned this a day or two ago, but our reserves have pretty much dried up.
Okay.
Reserves. She means her stash of corpses at the factory. She has a way with
Anyway,
words.
3 new requests came through today. I'm really excited. Maybe things will pick up again.
Maybe.
I'll send through photos of the Vics. Can you select some corpses that resemble them? Tomoe will come by with the van.
Okay.
Thanks. Are you okay? You're pretty quiet. More than usual, anyway.
I'm fine.
I see. Well, thanks. I'm sending the photos now. Message me when you're done. I'll send Tomoe over.
Yeah.
I end the call and return my phone to my pocket. It vibrates 3 times in quick succession as Noriko's photos automatically download. 3 requests. Not much, but enough to lift her spirits. I scan the array of cold chambers lining the walls. This place is packed to the grills. Shouldn't be a problem to find some matches for her. I take a stroll alongside the left row of chambers. All of the bodies within are due for cremation. I can take my pick from here, just like always. Business as usual. I fish my phone out once more and examine the new photos. 2 women, 1 man. Middle-aged, young adult. Normal, everyday people. Club's girl will wrap her fingers around their throats and try to kill them. Will they shrug off the attempt on their lives? Time will tell. I'll do my best to help Noriko and their lives. I wander toward the computer at the end of the room and log into the inventory system. Time to find some suitable bodies.
The corpses you picked out are good. 2 of them, anyway.
What's wrong with the third?
He looks a bit too old. Older than the victim, at any rate.
I see. Sorry.
It's not a problem. I think it'll still be convincing.
Are we delivering them today?
No, I received even more requests overnight. I need you to go select more cadavers.
Sheesh. Again?
Sorry. Aren't you happy that we're busy again?
Couldn't care less. I'm only doing this for you.
It's the truth, even if she doesn't want to hear
Heard
it.
that Tomoe got you a birthday gift.
Way to change the subject.
I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be your friend, and I was just so caught up within my own head that I couldn't be bothered with your birthday.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
So, if you'll accept a late gift, is there anything you would like?
A date. With you.
Anything else?
No.
You're being awfully forward today. I thought we agreed to just be friends. What's gotten into you?
Nothing. Forget it.
I have to look away from her to prevent her from seeing the snarl on my face.
I'll go pick out some cadavers for you. Later.
Okay. Bye.
I step away and mutter to myself.
Stupid.
I'm so stupid. Why am I acting so desperately around her all of a sudden?
Yo,
Yo!
what kind of hello is that? Frick.
Sauce. In a mood.
Always the case with you, ain't it?
Seems to be.
She gets me.
Listen, how about that cup of coffee you promised me?
Huh?
You know, come on, don't make me say it. You said you'd brew me some coffee with that French press thing. And, well, I could really use a cup, you know.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Sauce. Noriko has sent me to the morgue.
Why? She kill ya?
No.
She takes me a second to get that she's joking.
Oh.
Tomoe smiles warmly and waves her finger in the
I'm
air.
gonna go ahead and guess that it ain't every day a pretty girl offers to have coffee with ya. So are we doing this or what?
I can't fathom a reason for Tomura's recent shift of attitude toward me. When we first started working together, she could hardly tolerate being in the same room as me. And now she wants me to brew coffee for her? Why? Does she want something from me? Is she in love with me? No, she's not. Definitely not. No one loves me. Even so, I don't want to be alone. How can I refuse her offer?
Okay, I can put off the morgue until later.
You finally came to your senses, huh? Well, come on then. Let's go to your place. I'll drive.
Rozrabienie. My place. The last time a girl visited my home, it was back when I lived in Noriko's apartment, back when Shizuko. Clucking my tongue serves to distract me from the painful memories.
Let's go.
This is your place, huh? It's freaking dark in here.
Sauce.
You a vampire or something?
Of course not. I was just outside in the sun with you.
True that.
Tomura looks around the small room and stands uncomfortably by
You
the
don't
wall.
bring girls back here very often, do ya?
No.
Maybe if you made the place look more appealing, then girls just might want to come back here.
You're here.
Sure, but I'm complaining, ain't I?
True. Why are you here anyway? It's not for coffee, is it?
You're a sharp one, ain't ya? Listen, I wanted to talk to you away from, you know.
Your boyfriend?
No! Jeez! Away from Noriko!
Oh,
Sauce.
See, this whole thing's been going downhill, wouldn't you agree? All this shit with trying to make people off themselves? Sure, I'm used to it by now, but shit started to hit the fan.
how so?
Well, there's the business with, what was it? The human removal service?
Noriko told you about that?
Yeah, of course. We're besties, you know? They've been out there killing, and the police want to shift all the blame onto Corpse Girl. After all, Corpse Girl is the only killer that has gone public. Her name and website are written all over the body bags we deliver. People talk and everyone knows about her. So, of course the police are gonna assume she's behind all the murders. Except, she's not. Not really. A handful of them here and there, but even then, they're just suicides. Corpse Girl. Noriko. She ain't out there slashing necks and drowning people and setting houses on fire. She ain't doing any of that shit going down on the news.
I know all this.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if things keep up at this rate, the cops are gonna find her, Noriko, and she's gonna get locked up for life. I ain't gonna lie, she deserves it. The stuff she's doing is messed up. Thing is, me and you, we're accomplished.
Accomplices?
Yeah, that. We're in neck deep. If Noriko gets put on ice, we get taken along with her.
I
No
see.
racja, tym bardziej, że tamten typo już wie, jak wygląda Kojiro, a Aoi też go już widziała.
You're worried about going to prison.
Of course I am. I got people to take care of. What would Shinya do if I got locked up? What would he think of me? Not to mention my little brother and sister.
Tomura's crestfallen countenance makes the room feel darker than it truly is. Her watery eyes break away from mine and she tries hard to restrain herself from sobbing.
I don't think I can do this anymore. No matter how much she pays me, I just can't keep risking it.
I understand. This is difficult for her. She's torn between loyalty to a friend and her own freedom.
I think your course of action is clear.
It is?
Yes. You need to step away from the game. It won't do us any good if you're not totally invested. You can make a fatal mistake that has consequences for all of us. If you're not committed, not focused, it's best that you part ways with Noriko.
You know, you really are more understanding than you look. I thought you were a total social outcast with no feelings or empathy.
Thanks.
No ja nie wiem, czy to aż taki komplement.
Let me finish. I was wrong. You're all right, Kojiro.
W sumie nagrzałam i teraz mi jest chłodno. Tylko
I'll-
dobrze, że
I'll
gadają.
take your advice. I'll talk to Noriko and tell her I ain't cut out for this anymore.
Ja bym w sumie całkowicie
For the
zrezygnowała.
best.
Nawet Kojiro, żeby zrezygnować, żebyście zakończyli to wszystko, no ale ja tu nie mam nic do gadania.
I guess we won't hang out anymore.
Do we ever hang out?
Well, our deliveries, our time at the factory. Dunno. Kind of grew to like it.
Kojiro. Oh shit. I forgot. There's something I still need to do for Noriko.
What's that?
She asked me to go to her apartment and pick up some clean clothes for her. I owe her that much at least. You wanna come with me?
Her apartment?
Noriko's apartment. My apartment. Not anymore. I haven't lived there for a while, but it will always feel like mine. I wonder if there are any old memories to find between its walls.
I'll come with you. Do I need to break any windows?
No, of course not. Noriko gave me her keys.
I see.
You sound disappointed.
I shrug and let her accusation slide. No on też coś musi mieć z tego. I didn't accept a flood of mundane recollection to draw my mind as soon as I started climbing the staircase. This place has such a hold over me. My past life, my life with Shizuka. It's so foggy but so familiar. I don't even feel like the same person I was back then. But of course, I'm the same. I'm still me, and the stench engraved in these walls.
Every time I come in here, it smells worse and worse. What is it?
Don't know.
Mold? Mildew? No, it's more sickening than that. It's something rotten.
Anyway, her place is up just a few more levels.
I know.
Oh, you've been here before?
Mm.
Huh.
Tomoe abandons her thoughts in the air and continues to climb the stairs. When we reach the landing below Noriko's floor, a young girl's voice rings
Hello?
out.
Daddy?
It doesn't take long to identify the owner of the voice. A girl, no older than 7, is knocking repeatedly on the door of an apartment. She notices our arrival.
Who are you?
Kojiro.
Hello there. My name is Tomoe. What's your name?
Momo.
Nice to meet you, Momo. Do you live here?
Mm-hmm. The door's locked. I can't get inside.
I see.
Somehow, the girl has locked herself outside her own apartment.
Is your mommy or daddy home?
I think Daddy is home, but he won't answer the door.
Let me try, okay?
The young girl hesitantly nods, nervousness evident on her features. Tomoe slams her fists against the apartment door, unafraid of holding back her
Yo,
strength.
anyone home up in here? Hello? Anyone there?
After a good 30 seconds of pounding the door, Tomoe puts her hand on her
Are you
hips.
sure your dad is home right now?
I think so. He was here right before I went outside to play.
Tomoe grimaces and looks me dead in the
You don't
eyes.
think something happened, do you?
Don't know.
I crouch down and rest my weight on one knee so that I come face to face with the
What's your
girl.
dad's name?
It's Kenji.
Kenji, huh? And what was he doing before you went to play?
Mama twiddles her fingers uncomfortably. Her expression turns thoughtful as she tries
He
to
was
remember.
watching TV.
I see. Thank you.
I stand back up and turn to Tomoe. She raises an eyebrow as if in disbelief of the polite persona I adopted to talk to the
If he's
girl.
got the TV on, it might be too loud for him to hear us. Anyway, I'm sure he'll open the door soon. We should go up to Noriko's.
You're unbelievable. I ain't leaving this girl here. What if something bad happened to her dad?
Something happened to Dad?
O nie!
No, honey. I didn't mean it like that. Kojira, we need to get in there.
The mild sentence is cut off as the apartment door suddenly opens. A formidable man, broad-shouldered and with a smoldering expression, now inhabits the open doorway.
Clear the doorway.
He takes one look at Momo and then turns his neck to bark at somebody behind him.
Daughter's right here. Bring her with us. Hurry it up.
The stern man pushes past me as I stumble as I try to get out of his way. I don't like being pushed around, but the sight of half a dozen uniformed police officers shuffling out of the apartment behind him encourages me not to retaliate.
Daddy?
Dragged along behind one of the officers is a handcuffed man in disheveled clothes.
Momo! Oh, thank God!
Sweetie, Daddy has to go to the police station for a little bit.
Huh?
I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm so sorry.
Before he can squeeze out another word, the police officers yank him away from his daughter. He is accompanied downstairs and disappears from view within moments.
Come back! Daddy!
The final police officer to exit the apartment bends down in front of Momo. He mumbles something to her, then grabs her shoulders in an attempt to steer her toward the staircase.
Go of me! Daddy!
What the fuck is going on here?
Tomo takes a step toward the officer, her fingers slowly curling into her fists.
Don't.
I clutch her fist in my own and force her to lower it.
Don't get involved. It's a police matter.
I think she understands my warning as she stops struggling against
Momo.
me. The young girl is escorted downstairs and Tomo stands defeated next to me.
What the hell just happened?
No, ale to chyba ojciec Shinjiego powinien rozpoznać ją chyba, nie? Chyba w sumie wie, że jego syn ma dziewczynę i w ogóle. Tomo jest uncharacteristically quiet as he searches Noriko's apartment for clean clothing. Witnessing that man, Kenji, get arrested in front of his own daughter seems to have dampened Tomo's spirits. Although he's a stranger, I can't help but feel bad for the guy. Don't know what he did wrong, but surely his daughter didn't need to see that going down.
You okay?
Tomo ignores me as she revels through Noriko's drawers. I decide to bite my tongue and simply take a seat on the edge of the bed. The first man to leave that apartment, the guy with broad shoulders. He looked familiar, very familiar, seemed to be in charge of the officers. A detective? Yes, that's it. A police detective. I've seen him on TV a few times lately. He's the one heading up the investigation of the recent homicides. The one accusing Corpse Girl of being the culprits behind the Human Removal Service's string of murders. Interesting. Then, the man he apprehended, Kenji, is he involved with the case? Is he a subject? Is he the herald? A neighbor of Noriko's? Could it truly be? Could Kenji truly be the leader of the Human Removal Service? I try to connect all the dots in my mind. He lives close to Noriko. He might even be on speaking terms with her. He might have access to Noriko's computer, her website. Could he have been the original hacker stealing Corpse Girl requests? The copycat. W sumie by się zgadzało, bo ona chyba brała od niego neta, nie? Więc mógłby w sumie się podłączyć do sieci i tak jakby... It all seems coincidental, but... It almost makes sense. It's more likely than not that the copycat is someone who personally knows Noriko, someone who has an inside view of her life. But what's his motive? Looked like a normal guy, just a father living with his daughter. What could have inspired him to embark on a killing spree? Actually, for that matter, what inspired Noriko to do the same in the first place? Never mind that, it's irrelevant right now. Kenji, are you the one who's we've been looking for. Are you allied with Junpei Matsumoto? Are you the prophet, the hero, the one capable of standing toe to toe with Corpse Girl?
Okay, I'm done.
I blink a few times and look at Tomoe. She's standing with a pile of clothes neatly nestled in her
Can
arms.
we get going?
Yeah.
Leaving now is for the best. I want to get home. I want to spend some time with my thoughts. There's a lot of new information to sort through. Długie wczytywanie. I'm a morning person, never have been, but running with Noriko has forced me to get up early more times than I can count. Doesn't mean I'm getting used to it, still can't prevent myself from yawning. Doesn't help that last night was a sleepless one. Couldn't convince my overreactive mind to take a break. Even distractions didn't help. Couldn't concentrate on reading, couldn't focus on tidying the apartment. Nothing worked. The same question kept bouncing around the inside of my skull. When the time came up, I decided to stop torturing myself and just confront Noriko. Perhaps she has some answers.
Wake up.
I lean over her near lifeless body and whisper sharply. Don't want to scare her awake. Don't want her to ignore me either.
Noriko, wake up.
My whisper becomes more of a hiss, and the girl before me begins to stir. She rubs her eyes, a familiar sign, thanks to all the times I've woken her up lately.
What time is it?
Early. Listen, got some questions for you.
Give me a break.
She signs, sits up, and reaches for her handbag lying next to her futon. After rummaging through its contents, for a few seconds she curses under her breath.
No coffee.
Here.
I toss her a silver can of coffee I picked up from a vending machine on the way over. I know the drill by now, know Noriko well. The can slips through Noriko's slender fingers and comes to rest safely in her lap.
Thanks.
Uhu! Zgubiłam dziecko. Witaj, dziecko. Prawa na mizianie Bukdola. Patrzcie. Jeszcze do mnie? Dobra, nie chcę tu do mnie. I mizienia też już nie chcę. Styknie. She cracks open the tap and takes a long sip, effectively draining half the contents in one sweep.
This is nice.
She thoughtfully examines the front of the can, running her fingers along the embossed
Glad you
logo.
like it. Now, questions.
Fine. Go.
Do you know a guy named Kenji? With a daughter, Momo?
Noriko cocks her head to the side as if this was the last question she expected to hear from me.
Yeah. I know them. They're my neighbors. Kind of. They live on the floor below me.
That's right. You on speaking terms?
More or less.
Her eyes dart away from mine as she takes a moment to think.
Almost sweet. A nice girl. Kenji. We used to talk, but then... Well, I think he's lost respect for me. Let's leave it at that.
I see.
This is weird. How do you know those two?
Suppose it can't hurt to tell her. Tomoe probably will if I don't.
Went to your apartment yesterday with Tomoe.
You did?
Had to collect clothes for you. Going upstairs, we saw Kenji get arrested by the police. Lots of cops. And the detective from TV.
Detective? Wait, Kenji got arrested? Why?
Don't know. They took him away in cuffs. Took Momo too.
No, the detective. You're not talking about the one heading up the murder investigations, are you?
No dokładnie ten. Ten, który w sumie jest tak bardzo zamieszany w wasze grupy, że po prostu bardziej się nie da, bo jest ojcem chłopaka Tomoe, która jest przyjaciółką Noriko, w której podkochuje się Kojiro, tylko że Noriko podkochuje się w Aoi.
It's him. Big guy.
Wspaniałości.
Fujikawa.
Huh? Fujikawa.
Yeah.
Interesting. Didn't know his name before. Detective Fujikawa. Not exactly the type I want to cross. Noriko's shoulders slump.
Poor Kenji. I wonder why he got arrested.
A flicker of realization flashes across her face. Within a split second, Noriko's defeated expression gives way to a hideous, wicked smile. Her eyes narrow, and a shrill laugh pierces my ears.
Oh, that's fantastic!
Don't know if she's lost the plot or if she's figured something
All those
out.
precautions I took, all that preparation, it finally paid off!
No. Poor AP.
Spill it. What are you talking about?
Okay. Right. Listen carefully. When this all started, when Corpse Girl first told me to start killing,
When Corpse Girl first told her, I thought she was Corpse Girl. That's what she's always referred to herself
I
as.
knew that running the website from my apartment was a risk. I knew accessing the database of the deceased could be tracked by anyone watching me. I took certain measures to protect myself. To protect Corpse Girl's work.
What did you do?
I pinned everything on Kenji Ogawa. I used his internet service, his Wi-Fi. I used his address for registering my website. I used his name for every service I signed up to. Everything I did created a trail of breadcrumbs that would point to Kenji in the event that the authorities ever came looking for Corpse Girl.
Devious. Cunning. Noriko planned everything from the start with a great amount of forethought. More concerning is the fact that she wasn't afraid to throw her neighbor to the wolves in order to save her own skin. Still, if I take Noriko at her word, this rules Kenji out as the mastermind behind the human removal service. He couldn't be the herald that Junpei Matsumoto spoke of. He was just a scapegoat. Wrong place, wrong time.
Clever. I'm impressed.
Thank you. It finally paid off. The police will either treat Kenji as the culprit or release him once they figure out he's not who they're looking for. Either way, they'll be back to square one. And I'm off the hook.
Sure, if you say so.
Hmm?
That's all well and good, but you've been conducting a lot of work recently, since you stopped living in your apartment.
What's your point?
Been logging into Corpse Girl's website from here, from the factory. You've been accessing that database of the deceased, too. Don't you think if the authorities trace that, they'll just come looking for you here?
I'm using my cell service to connect to the web. I'm not using a dedicated internet connection. And I'm running my connection through a proxy to mask my IP address. That can't be traced. Right?
I shake my head. I'm pretty sure it can be tracked. Not my area of expertise, though.
No, but I'd be cautious if I were you. The cops will figure out Kenji's not guilty soon enough. Just you wait. Normal guy like that, he won't be able to give them any of the information they're looking for. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets released before the weekend.
So?
Hitting a dead end like that will only enrage the police, especially that detective, Fujikawa. Don't you think they'll redouble their efforts after that?
to jesteśmy w tyłku. I to tak dosłownie, bo w sumie no zaraz nas znajdą, nie? A Noriko nie chce się poddawać i to jest najgorsze, że trzeba jej będzie po prostu powiedzieć nie. A on tego nie zrobi. Ale jak stracą Tomoe, to kto ma wozić ciała? Nie dadzą rady. Potrzebują kogoś nowego. Ale nie są w stanie znaleźć kogoś nowego, bo wyjdzie na jaw, kim są i co robią.
They'll surely do whatever it takes to catch the true culprit.
Yeah, sure, I hear you, but Corpse Girl really isn't the one they're looking for. The human removal service is behind most of the recent deaths.
No tak, ale nikt nie wie o Human Removal Services. Wszyscy mówią i przypisują śmierci dla Corpse Girl.
They don't know that. They only have eyes for Corpse Girl. You made her famous. Made her known in every household across Tokyo. She's as much at fault as the Human Removal Service. And you know it. If they catch you, let's just say you won't be let off the hook so easily.
Noriko folds her arms across her chest angrily. Not my fault, she doesn't want to hear the truth. This whole conversation has given me a headache, while my assumptions on the identity of the hero led me to a brick wall. But I did glean an interesting piece of information from Noriko's words, a face that loops with my mind, verbatim. When Corpse Girl first told me to start killing, I rubbed my chin and thought,
Gotta go. You good here?
Noriko drains the rest of her coffee and tosses the can aside.
I'm fine.
Right. Later then.
Noriko doesn't speak another word. I live in silence. But a few hours before I need to be at the morgue. Usual night shift. Not a good combination with an early morning. At least there are no deliveries to make today, but Noriko or for Corpse Girl for the best. If Tomo is quitting the business, we won't have a driver. Didn't really think that through when I encouraged her to go with her gut. Oh well, that's on Noriko. She's the brains behind the operation. I'm simply the muscle, just like I always tell her. Corpse Girl taught Noriko to kill people. That's what she said. That's what Noriko, what Corpse Girl. That's what the person I know as Noriko told me. That begs a follow-up question. If Noriko isn't Corpse Girl, then who is? Is Corpse Girl a person? Someone whispering instructions in Noriko's ear? Has that always been the case? Was I so blindsided by Noriko's ambitions for grandeur that I disregarded the truth behind her words? Is Noriko nothing but a puppet? Too many questions. Doubt Noriko will willingly spell it out for me, not if she's gone to such lengths to mask the truth for so long. When Corpse Girl first told me to start killing, I can get the quote out of my head. Too many moving pieces in this puzzle. Noriko, Corpse Girl, the Human Removal Service, the hero. Junpei Matsumoto and Kenji Ogawa. Too many assumptions, too many shadowy figures. Makes me angry. Don't like it when I don't understand something. I'm clever, sharp, like to know everything, like to predict what's going to happen, like to remain one step ahead of everyone I know. But right now, I feel 3 steps behind Noriko, behind whatever Corpse Girl is. Maybe Tomo has the right idea. Maybe getting out of this situation is for the best, though. Could I really make a clean break? Could I really just walk away? Noriko isn't afraid to play dirty. That has become increasingly more evident, especially with the Kenji situation. If I walked, would I have to be on guard for the rest of my life? Would I have to be cautious of every shadow that flits in the darkness? Would Corpse Girl come to claim me as her own? That begs the question. If Tomo quits now, will Noriko try to buy her silence with blood? She'll do anything to ensure her name isn't dragged through the dirt. Tomo knows too much as me. She could compromise Noriko's entire operation if she lets the wrong words slip out in front of the wrong people. Because of that. Because of that, I have to believe that Noriko won't stand for it. Tomoe's life will be in danger if she quits now. I don't know how. I don't know by what measure Noriko will strike from the shadows. The girl is weak of body though strong of mind, and her ambitions are steeled by some otherworldly force of will.
Noriko won't let Tomoe walk away from this.
Speaking the words out loud and hearing the echo throughout my apartment helps reaffirm the truth. I have to warn Tomoe. I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if she told Noriko that she'll be quitting, but there's no time to waste.
Can I help you?
Tomoe in?
She's, are you a friend of hers?
Yeah. This is an emergency.
Really? Hang on. I'll go get her.
I wait patiently as the guy, I assume Tomoe's boyfriend, goes to fetch her. It's very late now. The sun is setting. I might miss the start of my shift at the morgue. This is more urgent.
Hero? What the fuck are you doing here?
Need a word.
How'd you get my address? You know what? I'd rather not know.
Tomoe, who is this guy? Why does he smell like...
Long story.
Is he bothering you? Should I take care of him?
My nostrils flare a little as I choke back a laugh. This guy's pretty scrawny. I'm no martial arts champion, but I find it hard to believe he'd pose a threat to me.
Nah, it's all good. He's harmless. Mostly.
I see.
He flashes me an untrusting glare.
Need to talk. It's important.
Fine, come in.
Him.
I point a finger at the
He
boyfriend.
needs to go.
Seriously?
Yes, come on. What do you think I'm here to talk about?
Ugh. Yeah, fair point. Shinya, can you, clear off for a bit?
Tomoe, I want to know what's going on here. Just who is this guy? Is he an ex-boyfriend of yours? Because I'll fight him. You just watch me.
Yeah.
No need for that. Not here to steal your girl.
Just listen to him, Shinya. You've no need to worry.
Fine then. I can tell when I'm not wanted. If anyone needs me, I'll be outside.
The boyfriend storms off like an upset toddler, and I finally allow myself to crack a smile.
What a catch.
Shut up. You don't know him like I do.
Okay.
Tomoe shuts the front door, leaving us alone in her
So what the
apartment.
fuck is this all about?
Need to know. Have you told Noriko you're quitting?
Nah, not yet. Surely you could have asked me that over noise.
Proms. Thought you might be in danger already.
Danger? Why?
Have a theory. Reckon Noriko will cut us up if we leave our merry band.
Nah. Noriko and I are besties. She wouldn't hurt me.
Right? Right?
Don't act so certain. Noriko will do anything to protect herself. That neighbor of hers, the guy that got arrested, she set him up from the very start. Made him take the fall so she wouldn't become a suspect.
You're shitting me.
No to... Nawet nie wiem, co w takiej sytuacji w sobie powiedzieć. Nie mam pomysłu, co mogli zrobić.
Dead serious. And
I take a moment to consider the best way to announce my next
I
theory.
don't think Noriko's working alone.
Thomas simply frowns at what I considered to be a startling
Of
revelation.
course she's not. We're working with her.
Guess I didn't explain well enough.
Not what I meant. Noriko may not be the ringleader here like we assumed. She said, and I quote, "When Corpse Girl first told me to start killing," end quote. Tomoe's silent contemplation convinces me that I'm onto something.
Something that neither of us had stumbled upon previously.
Shit. I thought Noriko was Corpse Girl. She always calls herself that. In fact, she even admitted it to me once. Yeah, I remember it. I kinda suspected it and I asked her about it, and she confirmed it.
Sure about that?
Well, pretty sure, yeah.
Interesting.
Now I'm starting to doubt myself.
Teraz, ciekawe, czy naprawdę chodzi o dwie różne osoby, czy bardziej jest to tak jakby, że umysł Noriko się załamuje i po prostu jest Corpse Girl, która była ukryta, i Noriko, która była na froncie i teraz po prostu, bo ona też miała tam te zaburzenia osobowości, nie? Że nie wiedziała, że ani Noriko nie jest, ani nie jest Corpse Girl, i jak nie jest tym, ani tym, to czym ona jest, kim ona jest. Ale to ciężko na ten moment powiedzieć, bo brakuje tej jednej cholernej części układanki. Cały czas krążymy wokół jednej rzeczy, która nam wszystko połączy i nie... Dobra, na słuchawkę rozładowuję. Krążymy wokół jednej rzeczy i nie potrafimy zdobyć tej informacji, ale nawet nie wiem, jak moglibyśmy tą informację bezpiecznie uzyskać. Bo jak teraz się dowiadujemy, że umiałam się domyślić, że Noriko brała ten internet od tego Kenjiego, przez co cała ta poszła na niego, ale że ona wszystko zapisywała na niego. Jest coś mi tu nie pasuje, tak jak im coś nie pasuje, nie?
Don't sweat it. Noriko does refer to herself as Corpse Girl. I'm sure of it.
Right? I thought so.
But I'm still uneasy about it. Someone convinced her to start killing, and she seems to think it was Corpse Girl.
I don't get it.
Neither do I. But I'll get to the bottom of it.
Right.
For now, for your own safety, don't tell Noriko you're quitting.
Seriously?
I don't know how she'll react.
What a drag. I really don't want to do this anymore.
Be patient. Give me a bit of time.
You sure you can sort this out?
Yeah.
Mam nadzieję, że w sumie zdąży, niż wszystko wyjdzie na jaw, bo będą w sumie już martwi, nie? Trafią po prostu do więzienia, albo ktoś ich po drodze pozabije. I'm not exaggerating my confidence. I'm determined to learn the truth about Noriko and the identity of Corpse Girl. Maybe I can figure out why this all started, and Noriko is so intent on continuing down her path of
Leave it
destruction.
to me.
Thanks.
Later then.
I make my way to the front door and swing it open. I'm slightly startled when a heavy form stumbles into me. With his eyes spread up against the door, Tomoe's boyfriend couldn't avoid falling forward as the door opened. I looked down at him sprawled on the floor groaning.
You okay?
He'll be fine. Get up, Shinya.
He clambers to his feet and dusts off his trousers.
Just...
Gotta go. Bye.
Don't have time for this. I push past him and make my way out of the apartment complex. No fakturka na twoje pyszne jedzonko całe zjedliście. My late arrival at the morgue is not met by any form of chastisement. The place is empty, devoid of life, nothing out of the ordinary there, though something is off. It's too empty. Glancing around at the walls of cold chambers, I immediately notice something suspicious. The majority of the chamber doors are in sealed shut. They're slightly ajar, as though the last person to access them didn't close them properly. I would never do such a thing. I know to press the doors firmly enough that they lock in place. Leaving a cold chamber unsealed is a surefire way to assist in cadaver's deterioration. and an unsealed chamber allows the odor of decay to leak into the morgue. Right now, I don't smell anything out of the ordinary, meaning these cold chambers are empty. Someone has to remove the cadavers that were stored inside. This place was full to the brim just a day ago. There wasn't a single empty cold chamber. Now, cursory glaze shows that a good 90% of the cold chambers are unsealed.
Fuck.
Oh cholera. My initial sense of uncertainty gives way to panic. Oh fuck. I jogged toward the left wall of chambers and started pulling the sliding trays out one by one. Empty, empty, empty. One after the other. Each chamber is devoid of its macabre contents. Jak już Kojiro zaczyna panikować, to znaczy, że jest bardzo źle. Teraz już możemy zacząć się bać. Even the HRPs have been removed.
Shit.
I come across one cold chamber that is still sealed. I press the release button and as I pull the handle forward, the familiar hiss of cold air escaping from the hollow space does little to allay my fears. I slide the tray out and sign, empty. It would seem that even the properly closed chambers have been evacuated.
Fuck shit.
I dash to the opposite wall, the row of cold chambers that store bodies not due for cremation, the road that Noriko isn't allowed to access to. But just like the other wall, every chamber is empty. Doors ajar, unsealed, empty. I thoroughly check each and every
No
one.
luck.
I trudge forward the computer at the far wall. Logging into the inventory, I scan through the list of recent arrivals and departures. Nobody's came in today, unusual but not itself. A cause for concern. More importantly, nobody's have been checked off as removed from the premises. Each and everybody that has disappeared from this place has not been accounted for. The correct protocol have not been adhered to. I can only draw one conclusion. The morgue has been robbed. Ooh.
Sorry to rock up so late.
It's fine. I was awake.
Okay. Bad news.
Hit me.
Morgue's been plundered.
Plundered? What, are you a pirate now? Wait. Your tone. You're not joking.
No.
Explain.
All the cadavers have been stolen. Cold chambers are completely empty.
Fuck!
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
How could you let this happen?
Co?
Me? I'm no security guard. Don't put this on me.
How am I supposed to acquire corpses now? How the fuck am I supposed to appease Corpse Girl?
Despite the fact she's having a Noriko moment, I don't miss the fear in her voice. A peace corpse girl, not something you'd say if referring to yourself, just clearly referring to someone else, some other being. Time to put her on the spot, sick of always being 3 steps behind.
Who's Corpse Girl?
What?
Who is she?
Don't act dense. I'm Corpse Girl. If you're trying to be funny, it isn't working. Now isn't the time. We've lost everything, Kojiro. I've got a couple of bodies here at the factory, but they're allocated to victims already. If Corpse Girl gets any new requests, we won't be able to fulfill them.
Okay.
You did it again. You referred to Corpse Girl as another person.
Can you stop messing around? Don't you see how serious this is?
I do.
I do. I see how serious this entire situation has become. Dzikusku! Noriko is delusional. Teraz dopiero to do ciebie dotarło. She refers the corpse girl both as herself and as another person. She pays no heed to the difference in her words, even when called out on it. She doesn't seem to be aware that she's doing it. Could be a personality disorder. Can place blame on her if that's the case, but I think it's more than that. She believes she's being guided or goaded by corpse girl, forced to achieve her ambitions. There's more to it than a personality disorder. Something I'm not seeing.
So, what do we do?
What can we do? You'll have to break into another morgue. Start stealing corpses for me.
Nie.
No.
What do you mean, no? Don't say no to me.
I'd do just about anything for you. But sometimes, you need to know when to call it. There's no moving forward from here.
I can't give up, Kojiro. I've come so far.
Somebody stole the cadavers from the morgue. From my morgue. Somebody who knows what I'm involved in. It wasn't an attempt to stop what we're doing.
What do you mean?
It was a message. Whoever did it wanted to prove that they are more powerful than we are. Pulling several hundred stiffs from a morgue, all at once, without getting busted? That's something even we couldn't achieve. Someone knows our operation, inside and out.
No.
Someone knows what we do and how we do it.
Jedynie ten Junpei. Bo Aoi nie wie o niczym.
And they wanted to prove that they can do it better.
The human removal service.
Who else?
Damn it.
Hope you can see the truth now. We can't continue with them in the picture.
You're right. Our next move is to destroy them. Destroy the Herald.
That wasn't exactly what I was getting at. I was only trying to discourage Noriko from continuing with her
What do you
operation.
propose?
You said you'd do nearly anything for me.
Nie.
More or less.
Then, hunt down Junpei Matsumoto. Again. He needs to reveal the identity of his leader, the Herald.
Right. Didn't work so well last time.
Don't forget that night, at the guy beaten and bruised on the ground, stubborn pup.
You were interrupted last time. Aoi got in the way, didn't she?
Yeah. Tried to defend her boyfriend.
You need to extract information from Junpei at any cost. When you're done, kill him.
I have no problem with that. But if Aoi is present again, I'll have to back down.
A few seconds of silence make me ponder if Noriko still has her head in the conversation. I'm about to repeat myself when she finally speaks.
If Aoi interferes, kill her.
Ja myślałam, że ona zaproponuje, że nie wiem, no zajmie się nią. Jezus, a ona nawet... Noriko! And just like that, Noriko's true heart is revealed. She will stop at nothing to achieve her goals. I was right to fear for Tomoe's life earlier. I was right to fear for my own. If Noriko will cut down her best friend in the world, then she will show no mercy to anyone else. This kind of resolve, this steel-hearted determination. I can't help but admire it. I respect
If I
Noriko.
do this for you, I want something in return.
What?
Be with me.
You still want me?
I've never wanted you more. I'm in love with you, Noriko. In case that wasn't clear before.
Okay. Take care of this issue for me, and you can call me yours.
Wow. Okej, dobra. Stara Noriko całkowicie odeszła. Teraz została tylko Corpse Girl.
I'll be your girlfriend, or your wife, or your mistress. Whatever you want. My heart will be yours.
That's all I wanted to hear. All I needed to hear. I don't want to be alone anymore. I don't want to feel lonely. Noriko, Shizuko, even Tomoe, it doesn't matter. I just want somebody to love me, to hold me.
Okay, I'm on it. Leave it to me.
Thank you, Kojiro. I'm putting my faith in you.
I step back, turn around, look up, stare at the source in the pollution-clouded sky. When we get together, perhaps we can live in Noriko's apartment, Nego's place. It will be like coming home after a long absence. Noriko will replace Shizuko in my heart, and life will go on. Jeszcze jest czas, żeby coś poszło nie tak, bo jeszcze nie kończymy aktu drugiego. Jeszcze coś musi się takiego wydarzyć i musimy skończyć na takim momencie, że po prostu... It's the same stakeout as last time. Junpei Matsumoto, in his infinite wisdom, posted on Noise about visiting the maid cafe today. Don't know why he doesn't set his profile to private, especially after I followed him home last time. But I won't be following him again today. I'll confirm him inside the maid cafe and a place where Aoi is unlikely to be, since she quit the job a while ago. Although, did she really quit? If memory serves, she was dressed as a maid last time I encountered her. It's not that I have qualms about killing her. In fact, I'm not even bothered that Noriko is okay with ordering her death. I'm just thinking about the future. When Noriko and I marry, we'll want friends and family to attend the wedding. Noriko will need bridesmaids, a maid of honor. Aoi will be perfect for one of these roles. By sparing her alive now, I can kick off my new life with Noriko on a high note. I'm aware other people will be present in the cafe. I have no intention of hurting them. I'll force as many as possible to evacuate, or I'll corner Junpei somewhere private. The dog himself arrives as I'm playing through possible scenarios in my head. He waltzes through the front door, completely oblivious to my presence across the street. I'll give him some time. Let him get comfortable, lower his guard. The weight of the blade inside my pocket is unfamiliar, not like it's so heavy that will restrict my movement, just feels strange. Figured it was better not to tackle this unarmed. It's an emergency measure. After 20 minutes I approach the maid cafe entrance. Oh my god, not a fan of the atmosphere. Too flashy for me, prefer somewhere more simple, laid back. Junpei has a table near the far wall. Alone, not that I expected any different. Blonde maid trots over to refill his drink. He nods politely, but doesn't say a word. Hasn't seen me come in yet. Someone asks if I want a table. I don't respond. Someone else chimes in, something about paying the cover charge. I don't know. My attention is on the dog. No one attempts to hold me back as I march toward my prey. He finally sees me, but I'm 5 steps away and it's too late.
What the?
Long time.
You're crazy, man. Get away from me!
Looking at him up close, he doesn't seem too worse from where, considering our last encounter. I start to wonder if I went too easy on
Can
him.
I sit here?
Hell no! Get out of here!
Thanks.
I pull up a chair and sit directly across from him. The blonde maid from before offers me a menu. Then she gasps and I hear something shatter on the floor.
It's you!
Strange. Aoi didn't quit her job after all. Did she lie to Noriko? Did Noriko lie to me? I'm 90% sure it's her anyway.
Stay back, baby. I got this.
Babe.
Yep, it's her.
Did you quit?
Huh?
I thought you quit this job.
What? How would you know that?
I realized that I shouldn't spill any details on my relationship with Noriko.
Forget it.
No, you think you're hot stuff, right? Tailing me, beating me up, and now you're digging into my girl's business? The fuck is wrong with you, man?
Excuse me for a second.
Yes, I stand up slightly and lean over the table. Junpei recalls as my fist pummels his nose.
Sorry, had to do it.
I sit back down and wipe my bloodied knuckles with a napkin. Junpei clutches his face and sobs. Oi is visibly shaking, standing next to her dog, unsure how to react. By some miracle, I don't think anyone else around witnessed the punch. For the best means we can get down to business without interruption.
Some questions for you.
You broke my nose!
Shush. Haven't asked my question yet.
Oi somehow gathers the courage to flee. I don't watch her leave, but I get the sense she's gone to fetch
What do you
help.
know about the robbery of the hospital morgue?
What we were talking about?
No, not the answer I wanted.
Junpei makes the mistake of possessing finger. Jam was still walking to the back of his left thumb and pinning it to the wooden table.
You're going to give me the answers I want. Am I clear?
You're not case. You're psycho.
No. For my next question, how did you find out about my involvement with Corpse Girl?
Seems that Junpei is carefully weighing his response for the first time. Instead of outright defiance, he wisely chooses to grant me a satisfactory
It
answer.
wasn't hard, man. You're not the most stealthy dude around, you know?
Explain.
You and that blonde gal girl, Tomoe Watanabe? You're not cautious enough.
Though he knows Tomoe's identity and her involvement, his hound is truly a liability.
It's not hard to tell you when you drive that hunk of shit van around town, dropping dead bodies off to Corpse Girl's targets.
He knows a lot. Way too much. How far does his knowledge extend?
I see. My next question, then. Do you know Corpse Girl's identity?
I think the real question is, do you?
I consider his words. Do I know Corpse Girl's identity? Beginning to doubt that. Had he asked me a week or two ago, I would have thought of Noriko immediately. Now, the way that Noriko has been referring to Corpse Girl, I'm not so certain. But I won't let this wounded mutt have the upper hand. I won't let him pry open gasps in my
Wrong
defense.
answer.
The only other piece of cutlery at hand is a metal spoon. I tried the slightly pointed rear end of it into the pointer finger on Junpei's already injured hand.
Corpse Girl's identity?
Fine. Noriko Kurosawa.
Interesting.
I see.
A hesitant tap on my shoulder from behind causes me to turn.
Leave him alone.
Oi has somehow gathered a half-dozen other bystanders. They're all glaring at me, fists clenched, ready to try and forcibly remove me from the premises.
We're not done here. Come back later.
Let my Junpei go. Stop hurting him.
For an outward meek girl, Oi has more courage than I expected. And I stand up and stretch my neck. I'm not looking for a fight with a bunch of cafe patrons. Having a sign, I dip my hand into my pocket and withdraw the knife. Flashing it in front of the mob says more than any words ever could. They all back off, a few letting out snivels of despair. Oi, either out of bravery or fear, holds her ground. A single watery tear wells in her left eye, discloses her true feelings.
Leave. Everyone. Now.
Doesn't take more than this animalistic primitive command to convince the crowd to disperse and rush for the door. Oi is amongst the fleeing throng, and she mouths the word sorry as she catches Junpei's eye. Satisfied that we will not be interrupted further, I return my attention to Junpei. He sobs
Don't kill
vocally.
me, man. I'll do whatever you want, you know? Please, I'm begging you. I've got my whole life ahead of me.
Relax. Only one more question for you.
What? What is it?
Who runs the human removal service? Who is the Herald?
I'm being completely honest with you, man.
On nie wie.
I don't know who he is.
So,
He wears this creepy-ass mask and never speaks.
shit. can't quite tell if the dog is being sincere or lying through his
I need more
teeth.
than that. Who would know his identity?
Shit. Look, man. The human removal service. It's only the two of us. Me and the Herald. He recruited me online, you know? He makes me do his legwork. So, if I don't know who he is, no one does. Except him, of course.
Not good enough. Not the answer I'm looking for. I lean over the table once more, keeping my knife clearly within the dog's vision.
Not happy with that answer. Take a finger.
Shit, no, dude, seriously. Ask me a different question. Please, please.
Kojiro,
A voice I didn't expect to hear rings out from behind me.
Michael,
enough.
why are you here?
I overheard everything. It's enough information to use.
Is it?
Noriko strides forward. It's a little unnerving seeing her in the real world, away from the factory. She's been cooped up there for so long. Her pale skin looks almost otherworldly beneath the cafe's gaudy lights. For whatever reason, she's wearing her best clothes. They're almost clean, as though she recently did her own laundry. She walks with purpose, one foot in front of the other, but her gait is unsteady and she's visibly trembling. At the end of her path, she rests her palms against Junpei's table and takes a calming
You
breath.
stole the corpses from the morgue.
No.
Yes.
Noriko doesn't miss a beat and she flashes her phone at Junpei. I can see what's displayed on the screen, but the dog hangs his head almost immediately.
I robbed the morgue.
Noriko pockets her phone. She then tosses a small bundle of bandages onto the table. Bandages? Junpei hastily grabs the offering with his
Get out
good
of here.
hand.
Get Aoi to bandage you up. And not a word of this to the police.
Yes.
With a great deal of effort and a grimace, Junpei plucks the cutlery from his pierced hand and yelps. Not daring to remain in my presence any longer, he bolts toward the door.
We're just letting him go?
Yes.
Don't understand.
You don't need to.
Don't like that. Don't feel comfortable not knowing what's going
What
on.
did you show him on your phone?
Leave it, Kojiro. Put the knife away. We're leaving.
I obey her orders, returning the knife to my pocket. I follow her unsteady lead and we exit the empty maid cafe. Co tu się wyprawia? Noriko gasps unhealthily as she quickly consumes her weight in water. With a loud swallow, she brings her sleeve to her lips and wipes her mouth dry. The empty water bottle clatters against the concrete and Noriko's gaze returns to
That's a
me.
bit better.
The visit to the maid cafe got the better of her. She spent too much energy intervening in the confrontation, but her motives for doing so remain unclear.
Fill me in.
There's no need to kill Junpei.
Why? He knows everything. Knows me, knows Tomoe. He knows... you.
Noriko hesitates, but she doesn't flinch at the revelation. Something tells me she already knew this much.
Junpei Matsumoto will be dead by sunrise. I made a request, Kojiro.
A request? The first thought that jumps out at me is that she requested for Corpse Girl to kill Junpei Matsumoto, but that's a ridiculous notion, isn't it?
I see. I don't think Corpse Girl can take care of him. He knows our whole operation.
Noriko raised eyebrow conveys her confusion.
What? No, I didn't make a request through Corpse Girl's website. What would be the point of that?
I shrug because I truly don't know what else she could have
Use
meant.
the other website, the Human Removal Service. I made a request for the death of Junpei Matsumoto.
Oh, but again, what good would that do? Junpei is an accomplice. If his colleague, the venerable, supposedly immortal Herald, receives a request to kill him, it will simply be ignored. Unless a startling realization dawns on me.
Shit, of course. Why didn't I suggest that?
A haunting smirk is inscribed across Noriko's features. She knows that I have finally drawn the same
The
conclusion.
Herald is ambitious. His convictions are strong. Absolute. Just like mine. Like Corpse Girl's.
Corpse Girl's convictions, huh? Corpse Girl would never reject a request.
That's right. Junpei Matsumoto is disposable. A pawn. The Herald will deal death to him in the same manner as any other nameless victim.
I see.
But more important than Junpei being killed is what we will discover in the aftermath.
Explain.
By knowing that Junpei is the next to be targeted, we can observe him and witness the Herald's killing method firsthand.
Ah, it's brilliant. Noriko has laid the perfect trap. By sparing Junpei's life today, we have set him up to be slaughtered by his own compatriot. And we can use his death as means to uncover exactly how the Herald brings low his victims.
Have to add it to you. This is a pretty fantastic plan.
I know.
A few things.
You have doubts?
Not doubts, exact. Firstly, how do we know exactly when Junpei will be killed?
Noriko sweeps her hand behind her ear and scoffs, as though the answer should be as clear to me as it is to her.
I specifically requested the time of death.
You can do that?
The human removal service demands it.
Interesting. Second topic. What if you're wrong?
What?
What if the Herald isn't willing to kill his own ally?
Cały nasz plan wtedy to w gruzach.
In that case, it will prove something important. It will prove that we're dealing with a complete amateur. Someone whose convictions could never reach the strength of Corpse Girl's.
And just like that, Noriko reaffirmed my earlier suspicions. Corpse Girl truly would destroy her own allies in order to see her ambitions fulfilled. Toma and myself are so shackled to Corpse Girl's own black void, yet we are not safe from her wrath. Should Noriko will it, our flame will be snuffed out in moments. We are nothing to her, dirt, dust, ash. We will be blown away like the useless, incinerated remains of a cadaver.
Understood. Let's uncover the secrets behind the human removal service.
Coś czuję, że w sumie tutaj mniej więcej będziemy kończyć. Że tutaj coś złego się wydarzy, nie? Another early morning, if you can call it that. I haven't gone to sleep yet, so it feels like late night. Noriko has me on a short leash. Thinks she knows it too. Apparently she specified this and as the place of Junpei's death. Don't know how she knew of it. This parking complex belongs to Junpei's apartment building. It extends 2 or 3 levels underground. Again, Noriko specified the exact location of the death. The human removal service seems to take user requests very
How
seriously.
much further in?
Shh, keep your voice down. I'm just looking for a good vantage point that we can hide.
Her words are severed by a violent gasp. Unable to speak another word, she simply points. My eyes obediently follow the direction of her slender finger. Dziewczyna!
Oh. Disappointing. Missed the main event.
Junpei Matsumoto is already dead. He's floating in a sea of his own lifeblood. Vicious stab wounds practically glow red along his back. After examining his remains, I turned my attention to see the less interesting figure standing motionless beside him. The masked stranger looks like the villain from a B-rated slasher film. He's covered from head to toe in dark clothing, a zipped-up jacket with extra long sleeves, a hood, a skirt. The cut of the figure's clothes combined with his physique gives me the impression that he may in fact be female. Is this the Herald we've been searching for? The bloody corpse at her feet would suggest that it is so.
That mask.
That mask? It's simple, white, probably porcelain. It's reminiscent of something, some fictional character, or maybe some film villain after all. The Herald still hasn't moved. She's as still as a statue, gaze vacant, her eyes impossible to discern behind the mask.
The Herald?
For the first time the figure moves. It's a startling, jerky motion like a mannequin or a puppet being pulled by strings. Her head cocks to the side and she seems to notice our presence for the first time. But an answer to Noriko's question is not forthcoming. I step up to the plate.
Really immortal?
The Herald doesn't react to my voice like she reacted to Noriko's. She has returned to her stiff doll-like pretty easy to prove if someone or something is immortal, and I've always had a curious mind. I draw the knife from my pocket and launch it at the mannequin. The blade embeds itself in the thing's shoulder, and she doesn't so much as flinch as a trickle of blood pools around the shining steel.
Mr. Hart.
Kojiro, why did you do that?
I shrug and take a step toward the Herald before Noriko tugs at my coat and holds me back. She takes my place and puts herself between me and the Herald.
Tell us who you are. We deserve to know that much.
Something in Noriko's words, the sound of her voice or the tone of her plea, causes the Herald to move once more in acknowledgement. But the motion this time is quick, fast, calculated. The Herald moves a sleeved hand to withdraw the knife from her shoulder, and she allows the blade to drop down to the concrete ground with a dull ding. Before the knife hits the ground, the Herald turns her back to us and breaks into a sprint.
Shit. Not cut out to chase her.
Don't bother. We won't catch up.
The Herald disappears into the darkness of the parking lot. We are left standing by the corpse of Junpei Matsumoto.
We didn't see the killing. At least the request was granted.
She's right. Her gambit paid off. The Herald killed her own ally. She has proven her convictions are strong. I crouch down to examine Junpei's corpse, but it's hard to get a good look in the darkness. Regardless, it's clear that the dog is
Should
dead.
we leave the body?
Going to send a text.
Huh? Who are...
See if I can pull a few strings. Wouldn't mind if the corpse ended up at my morgue.
What are you planning?
Nothing. Really. Just want to prod and poke a bit.
Noriko's sequenced grunt is a clear indication that she doesn't fully believe me.
Do what you want. I've gained as much from this as I had hoped.
I let her trail off as I turn my attention to my phone. I swipe through my contacts and quickly compose a message to a few people in particular. If all goes well, an investigation team will shortly arrive to examine this scene. I'll be gone by then, but if my contacts do their job correctly, they'll haul Junpei back to the morgue. I pocket my phone and scroll it toward the blood-soaked night I launch at the Herald. It slides back into my pocket, and I signal to Noriko that we should depart.
Junpei Matsumoto.
She waves half-heartedly at the corpse and lets out a childlike giggle. Dobra, w sumie się pomyliłam. Ile my to już gramy? O matko, 2,5 godziny. Dobra. Jest takie całkiem spoko miejsce, żeby zakończyć naszą przygodę z przeżyciami naszego przyjaciela Kojira. Kiedy będzie następny live ciężko mi powiedzieć. Chyba czwartek, piątek idę do pracy, sobotę, niedzielę mam wolne. Chyba tak to jest. Więc bardzo prawdopodobne, że znowu pojawi się jakiś live'ik randomowy. Chyba że będę wiedziała wcześniej, że mam wolne, nic nie jest zaplanowane. To po prostu dam wam szybciej znać. Gra mi się podoba. Ciężko jest ją wykombinować. I szczerze powiedziawszy, nie mogę się doczekać, aż się dowiemy tak naprawdę, co się dzieje. Mam podejrzenia do tego, kto jest zabójcą. Heraldem. Wydaje mi się, że może to być nawet Yaoi, która po prostu jest w jakimś transie. Albo tu ma rozproszenie jaźni, gdzie po prostu wychodzi Herald, a Aoi siedzi z tyłu. Po prostu wykonuje to, co musi, wraca i tak jakby jest wymiana. Ale zobaczymy. Ciężko powiedzieć na ten moment, nie jesteśmy w stanie tego stwierdzić. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. Taki dłuższy troszeczkę dzisiaj live'ik. I chcę jak najszybciej wrócić do tego. No, bo chcę wiedzieć więcej. Podoba mi się to strasznie. Szkoda mi strasznie ich. Tym bardziej, że związali się z Noriko, a tym bardziej Kojiro tak bardzo przywiązał się do Noriko, mimo że robi naprawdę okropne rzeczy. Mam nadzieję, że więcej się dowiemy o jego przeszłości. Oczywiście myślę, że manekin w jego szafie to jest w sumie jego była dziewczyna, ale to ciężko powiedzieć. No i co? Życzę wam miłego dzionka, bo w sumie jest taka godzinka, miłego popołudnia, miłego wieczoru, ogólnie miłego dzionka. Trzymajcie się tam, nie przepracujcie. No i do zobaczenia następnym razem. Pa, pa!